You're welcome to this teaching. And Ucheka Anofenam is my name. And in this episode, I'll be showing you secrets of how customers think. Secrets of how customers think and how you can use that knowledge to get their attention to patronize you. Secrets of how customers think and how you can utilize that to get their attention and get them to patronize you. Now, you must learn to get into the mind and the heart of the customer to know what he wants, to understand his fears, to understand his dreams, to understand his desires, to understand his aspirations. And when you understand this, you'll be able to structure the solution that he is looking for. And he will now perceive you as the right person to provide those services that he needs. So, you will be able to understand him and his needs and structure materials, information that will be useful, that will be helpful and valuable to him, that can help him decide to see you as the person that can provide those solutions to solve those problems or to meet up with those desires. So I'm going to give you steps and keys that will help you to understand how customers think. So what you should understand is what customers want from you most is the information that will help them to decide to buy from you. They want you to give them awareness. They want you to educate them. They want you to help them with the information necessary for them to now decide to patronize you. So create a package of information that will be very useful in educating them, in showing them that you have what it takes to solve their problem. Speak to their pain points. Speak to their fears. Speak to their desires. Talk in a way that will convince them that you have what it takes to meet those desires and aspirations that they have. And then they will make up their mind to buy from you. Then number 2, a disinterested buyer can turn into a willing buyer when he gets the information and knowledge that he needs to decide. So give them sufficient knowledge that will remove that reluctance. When he is sufficiently informed and he now has the awareness, the knowledge to make that decision, that reluctance will be removed. And he will now be making that decision from the point of information, from the point of knowledge, from the point of being well informed to take a decision that will now help him, and will be guaranteed that he's not making any mistake by deciding to come to you. Why? Because you are the one that has educated him. You are the one that has given him the knowledge and information that he wants to be knowledgeable enough to make that decision. Be guaranteed that he's going to come to you. That's why it's very important. Customer education is very important. You take a customer from a point of not knowing anything and then educating him, giving him information, giving him awareness, telling him how much your product, how much your service can help to meet those desires, those aspirations that he needs, that is nothing in his mind. You position yourself by way of giving him valuable information to decide and to know that you have what it takes to help him solve those problems. Number 3, customers are influenced to buy when you educate them on the value of your product or services and how it will benefit them. So let your message be so powerful, be so insightful, and let your message create awareness in them. Give them that information, and don't let those messages be to promote your company. The mistake some people make is that they channel and tailor their message to the customer or the potential customer by using those messages to promote their company. Don't talk about your company. Don't talk about the features of the company. Rather, focus your message on how your product can help them to solve their problems. That is their interest. They want to see their needs met. If they're fat and they want to lose weight, that is their challenge. If their business is not growing and they're looking for strategy that can help their business grow, that is the problem that they have. So talk on those things that will help them realize that you have the information, you have the strategy that will cause their business to grow. You have what it takes to help them to shed weight and be fitter and be healthier. That is what they want to hear. They're not interested about your company. They're not interested about you or your qualifications. Then, number 4, when a customer feels you are out to help him get what he wants with your product or your services, he will call you. So channel your marketing materials, your marketing information, the emails, the communication channels to giving him this information that will help him realize that you have what it takes, that you are the person he has been looking for. And then with that awareness, he will be the one to call you. Remember that business prosper, business grow easier when the customer is the one looking for you than when you are the one looking for the running after the customer. So give him the awareness, the information that he wants, and then he will decide and he will call you. Make him feel that you are the best person to help him by actually helping him ahead. The information that of value that you're giving him is helping him, is giving him knowledge, is opening him up to realize the fact that you actually understand his problems. When he knows that you understand his problem by virtue of the material that you're passing across to him, he will now decide to call you and will be the one running after you. Number 5, you must find out your customer's deepest desires. What are those pain points? Then you now tailor your marketing material. You tailor your communication material to address those challenges. First, research to find out his fear, the audience that you want to serve. What are the problems that is bringing them to search for solution? When you realize it, then you now tailor your materials, your information materials, your information packages to address those issues specifically. So you are speaking to his pain points, you are speaking to his desires, you are speaking to his dreams, you are speaking to his aspirations, and he will see you as a person that carries the solution he is looking for. Number 6, customers are motivated by pain. They want to avoid pain. They want to avoid fear much more than they want to experience pleasure. So talk and address those things that is giving them sleepless nights. Talk on those things that is giving them worries. And that is what will grab their attention. You are writing an article, craft the title to address those fears and worries that they are having. And then they will be tempted to call you. Customers are driven to take action out of fear, out of worries, out of pain. Anything that will make them avoid pain, they will go for it. They react to that than when you are positioning yourself from the point of pleasure. So, number 7, never trick a customer to come to you. Some people specialize in talking to customers, tricking them, being manipulative and get their money. And after they have collected their money, they just present crappy, useless materials. When you lose your credibility with a potential customer, he is going to damage your reputation. So never lose your reputation with anybody by way of you trying to use gimmicks to get money out from him. You will be the loser at the end of the day. Number 8, in your ads, always give away values for free. Something that educates, something that informs the prospect. Always give out information that he can use. Always give out information that he can use. Give him value ahead. Don't wait for money to exchange hands before you start giving him values. That value that you are giving upfront is what will convince him that you actually know what you're talking about. Otherwise, he wouldn't have any reason to come to you. And then number 9, always demonstrate to your prospects how good you are at solving his problems. It is when you demonstrate that he will actually know, not when you get people to talk. Testimonials are good, word of mouth are good, but when he sees you demonstrate the competence that he wants to see in the person that he feels will be capable of solving his problem, that will prompt him to act and he will come to you. That is how customers think. They want to see you demonstrate your competence rather than you talking about them. So demonstrating your competence creates goodwill. It opens him up favorably to look at your direction. That is a better approach. And then number 10, what are those questions agitating the mind of your prospect? Answer those questions in your communication, in your information material. Is it email or is it podcast? Whatever you are using to address him, answer those questions that are agitating his mind. Does he want to lose weight? Does he want to make wealth? Whatever is his driving force, let your material and response by information be addressing those key issues that is giving him problem. And in your headline, capture it in a way to pull his interest, to arrest his interest. Customers' attention are contested by varieties of information that is jamming his to his face every now and then. So, but you must be able to write a title that can grab his information, his attention instantly and compel him to read your story. So that is where copywriting skills come to play. That is where copywriting skills come to play. You must be able to get his attention to read your materials. So focus on knowing how to draft superior headlines. It helps a lot to arrest because there are so many things contesting for his attention and his interest. So if your headline does not stand out to grab his attention, he will just flip over it like he does to thousands and hundreds of others confronting him. And then number 11, people are easily attracted to materials when you use words like shocking, must, secrets, and all of that. When you choose keywords in your title or in your headline that elicit curiosity, he will want to know more. So take time to read more or listen to teachings on copywriting. It is an essential skill that you have. And part of the key issues you should note there is that headlines is very powerful in attracting prospects to read your article or to listen to your tape or to watch your videos. So take time to couch words using words that elicit curiosity. Shocking, secrets, must, confessions, and all of that, they help. And then number 12, the key to getting customers' attention is to talk about them and their needs, not talk about you or your companies. Talk about them, talk about their needs, talk about their challenges, talk about the problems that they're going through. That is what will interest them. Don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about the features in the product. Don't talk about your company. They are not going to be interested in that. You will be more or less wasting your effort because you will attract very little attention from prospects. People are selfish. Customers are selfish. They're interested only on the things that concern them. Then, number 13, give people valuable free information when you are tempting them to opt into your email list. Your focus, your attention, your goal will be to entice them to give you their email address, to give you their contact, their phone number, so that you can now contact them and correspond with them and use the opportunity to educate them. But before they will be enticed to give you their email address, you have to give them valuable information. Is it reports? Is it ebooks that you can promise? Demonstrate that this material will help you solve this very problem. And then for him to access that ebook, for him to access that report, for him to access this video, let him drop his email with you. And then he will have access to your material. And if he now gives you the email, he will have access to the material, and you now have opportunity to educate him subsequently. Without you giving him that value upfront, you can't get his contacts. So understand how he thinks and how that works. Then never be vague about the information you are giving out. People are reluctant to act unless they are clear and convinced. Give him convincing information. Write in a way that he will be very, very convinced. If he's not convinced, he's not going to act. He's not going to give you his contact information. So have that at the back of your mind, that you have to give him value up front. You have to be clear in your message. You have to be direct in your message. You have to be detailed in your message. If he understands you and he gets you and believes that you have what he's looking for, certainly he will give the information, he will respond positively, and you will have his contact and continue to build your relationship with him from there. Then research to find out what your market audience is starving for. People who are online are looking for something. They are looking for entertainment. They're looking for solution to their relationship problems. They're looking for solution to their health. They're looking for solution to their businesses. Something is driving them to go surfing online. So you have to be direct. You have to be specific in knowing what they are looking for that you can be a solution to. And then give them the information that addresses those challenges. So that is why it is very necessary for you to understand that if you must get a customer's attention, you must give him information the way he wants it. You must position yourself as having the solution that he is looking for. So you don't give out what you like. You give out what he likes. You show him that you have what he is looking for, not just issuing out or dishing out what you feel is good. So bring out information, bring out materials that tells him, yes, I understand you and I know the problem that you're having and I have solution to it. And then he will now respond. So don't camouflage what you're trying to say. Don't paint it in a way that suits you, but in a way that suits him. And don't manipulate anybody. Don't manipulate your market audience. Don't manipulate your market audience. Once they realize that you are tricking them, once they realize that you are just creating hype for nothing, you will lose your reputation with them. That's just it. Then number 16, when you are promising and writing money back guarantee, make it detailed. Make it clear so that they will know the outcome they are expecting. If you are promising them that they will lose weight in 3 months, make it very clear. If you are promising them that they will make a lot of money within such and such amount of months, make it very explicit so that when they fail to get that result, they will know that, yes, this promise has not worked for me. Therefore, I want my money back. I want my money back. So you have to be very clear so that you make it safe and easy for them to decide. If they don't feel secured that your product or your service will solve their problem, remember that they will not act. And even when you trick them and they acted by buying that material, they are going to come back to demand for their money. And you don't have any right to say no. And then number 17, let your money back guarantee wow the prospects. Let it exceed their expectations. Majority of money back guarantees stops at 3 months. Stop at 6 months. But make your own 1 year. Some can even make it indefinite. You know that it's only a minute percentage that will come back to claim the money back guarantee. So long as the product has quality, so long as you are confident it will solve their problems, then give them endless money back guarantee. And that is what you will need to sell as many products or as many services as possible. Then number 18, customers and prospects want to see you demonstrate your expertise. So prove your credibility and your worth and get them to trust you and buy from you by demonstrating your credibility. That which you promise, show it to them. When they are convinced that, yeah, this is the real deal, they will buy from you easily. What people care about is what your product can do for them. This can never be overemphasized. Their interest for coming to you is what your product can do for them. How can it solve their problem? How can it get them to become healthier? How can it get their business to take off the ground and start to soar? So that is their interest. So address them and talk to them only in that perspective. Customers, again, are selfish. They are centered only on their interest and not on your interest. They don't care about you. They don't care about your company. So long as your product that you're marketing to them can solve their problem, then they are in for it. Then tell your prospects what to do specifically if you want them to take action. After you've written an article and you don't give instruction on what to do, go here to access this material. They wouldn't know what to do. So you are the one that will tell them, reply to this correspondence. Get back to me. If you don't leave such instructions, they will not act. That is how the customers think. So it is your responsibility to guide them to take action after they have consumed your materials. Otherwise, they will be confused and wouldn't know what to do, and then they will migrate to other things that is attracting for their attention. Then 21, make your buying process very easy and very simple. Don't make the buying process 5 steps. 1 step, 2 at most is okay. When the process of buying from you is cumbersome, is laborious, is frustrating, they will quit and you will lose that opportunity to make that sale. So simplify the payment option, simplify the number of clicks that they will go through before the transaction is completed. Make it maximum 2 steps. Make the payment options easier and use the popular payment platforms according to the people or the environment where you operate or where the majority of your customers come from. And then customers who do not know you are only convinced based on what they see on your landing page. The landing page is where you give sufficient information, sufficient education on what you are offering, on what the solution that you are trying to help them solve. That is where you give them information and then solicit for their contact information. So if they don't know you before, then you have to present this information carefully so that they will be enticed to opt in. Opt in means that they have decided to give you their contact information, which you will now use subsequently to address and continue the correspondence with them. Then 23, the basic factors that motivate prospects to click and opt in are your effective use of curiosity. Use curiosity, use intrigue, explore their fear, the shock, direct benefits that they will get, work to their self-interest, key into the quest for vanity. These are the things that can lure them to give you that information. Write in a way that they will become curious to know more. Give them sufficient information that will entice them to want to know more. And then they will now give you their contact information, and then you will now begin to correspond with them. Then always diagnose the need of the customer to see if you fit into what they're looking for. Don't seek to serve a customer just for the sake of getting the money in his hands. If he doesn't fit into the mold of the kind of solution that you carry, don't take him in as a client. You are going to be or get into trouble along the line. So always take up clients that are a perfect fit to your skill, a perfect fit to your competence, a perfect fit to your professionalism. You must be able to give the best of service to clients that you have taken in, that you want to work with, or that want you to solve their problems. Don't take in people for the sake of getting the money in their hands. That's a very good way of getting into problem with clients. And then avoid clients that can give you problems. There are clients that can give you a lot of trouble, waste your time, waste your energy, and at the same time, they will just mess you up. So be sensitive to avoid problem clients. And then number 25, unless a customer has a burning desire, unless a customer is eager to have his problem solved, they will not act. They will not come to you. So always gauge to perceive that this client that is coming, is he really serious? Sift him, question him, interview him, ask him series of questions to qualify, to know, so that you know if it's a good fit. So if he's not hungry to have his problems met, then don't work with him. It's going to be a problem for you along the line. Then number 27, there are so many scams and dubious people online tricking money out from people. So even when you are genuine, trying to get the attention of a potential client, he wouldn't trust you. He doesn't trust you. It's just because he has encountered people that are crooks, that are scams, and have taken money from his hands before and then download trash to him. So he doesn't trust you again. So, but he will trust you if you demonstrate that you have the capacity, that you have the competence to solve his problem by virtue of the materials and information that you are giving him ahead without asking for money. That is why you shouldn't be quick to ask for money from your clients. Give them value upfront, and then they will be the one running after you. Once they are convinced that you have what it takes to solve their problem, they will be the one running after you with their money to serve them. So that is how it works. Then 27, let prospects know you have the capacity to help them by proving it without asking for money. So you can do this by way of coaching them ahead, by mentoring them ahead, by giving them information ahead. So in whatever way you will be able to guide them, in whatever way that you'll be able to convince them, do those things to demonstrate to them that you have the knowledge, you have the skill, you have the information, you have the strategy to help them. Demonstrate it ahead without asking for money. Then once he knows that, yes, you carry the solution that they're looking for, they will now be open, actually begging you with their money to help them. And then 28, when you give customers value upfront, they will be the one to start running after you. So business is better, like I said before, when the customer is the one running after you with their money than when you are the one chasing them. So provide value upfront. Provide value, detailed value that will convince them to come. They will not be the one to decide to come for you because they are now convinced that you can help them and you have what it takes to help them. Then write in a way that you leave the reader wanting more. Too much of information will make the person feel that, yes, I've had enough. He will not be motivated. But give him he will not be motivated to reach out to you. But give out sufficient information that will leave him hungry for more. It is that hunger for more that will cause him to get across to you. So don't give out too much information in such a way that the person will no longer be motivated to come for you. Rather, give him sufficient information that will convince him that you know what you're talking about, and then he will now be the one to reach out to you. And then, as much as possible, you have to do your writing and presentation in a passionate and an entertaining way. Because customers like it when you are entertaining in your presentation. When your writing makes them laugh, makes them feel good, make your presentation to be very interesting to them. And don't be afraid to talk about your life, to talk about your personal life, because people want to feel that you are like them, or you are once like them. You have experienced what they are now experiencing. You were once in their position. So they connect with you emotionally when they feel that you are once like them and you have been there, despite the fact that you are up here now. So share your experience with them without being embarrassed to say that. So there's nothing to hide about talking about your background. Say it. It connects you to them than when they feel that you are not in any way closer to their situations. And then, number 31, people want to know about your personal life, about your failures, about your success, about your embarrassment, and all of that. So be open. Like I said, that is what connects you to them. Then always call people to action. Whatever you want them to do, at the end of watching your video, tell them. The action that you want them to take after reading your articles, put it there clearly. Tell them. Otherwise, they will not know what to do. Customers are easily confused. They are depending on you to guide them, to instruct them, to perform certain action. So if it is to call you, state it. If it is to watch your video, say it. If it is to give you their email address, provide the space for them to do so easily, and you will see them act and react to your instructions. If you don't give them that kind of instruction, they will not know what to do, and they will walk away from your space. And number 32, write like you are talking to a friend. You must learn to be conversational in your writing. Write in a simple way as if the person you are talking to is sitting right in front of you. Don't write like an academician. Don't write like an academic. Academic write-ups are difficult to read. So simplify your writing. At least make yourself understood. Don't use industrial jargon when you are addressing the general public, unless you are addressing specific industries and they are your audience. Otherwise, write in plain English. Write in plain language that a layman can understand what you are saying, and he will now take action. So, like I said, don't be embarrassed to talk about your personal life in the course of your correspondence with your clients, your potential clients. Then to sell people, you have to present the information in a way that they will feel encouraged to come into your space, to receive more information. Tell them enough to wake up that curiosity. Oh, this man have what I'm looking for. And the information will just stop. So he will now be propelled to go and take action. He will now be propelled to give you the information and fulfill your instruction so that we get more. It is your ability to create hunger that makes him get across to you. So always give people sufficient information, sufficient guide that will help him to subscribe to you or reach out to you. Guide people to take decisions. People most often want to be helped to make decisions rather than you being the one deciding for them. Then finally, be sure to tell people what to do. You can tell them to sign up here. You can tell them to claim your spot here. You can tell them to you can tell them to go here to know more. That is what helps them. And I want to appreciate you for listening. If you feel that you need more of this information and guidance by way of consultancy, I'm here for you. Get across to me and then we can do business. Ucheka Anofenam is my name, and I want to say thank you. Have a nice day.